Gold and silver both attempting big moves overnight. We'll take a look at the key levels and we might do a chart request quite possibly and all the other fun stuff we do here at Good Morning Stackers, your week daily live show with me, Joe. Main use the time codes below to go to the favorite part if you're watching on the replay. But if you're watching live, you get to enjoy every single thing we do here, including in the first 1 minute of the show, the synchronized slurp. That's where you grab a tasty beverage. Okay, my tasty beverage, we slurp them synchronously together. It is the honor system. You must do it audibly. And then we'll take a look at gold, silver. We'll look at platinum too. Get your chart request in as well. Maybe we have time for one of those. Possibly. I got other things to do today, including speaking to my regular social media clients and all that stuff. But look, let's do the synchronized slurp, shall we? Here we go. Grab your tasty beverage in 3, 2, 1. Slurp it. Here we go. Let's get the shout outs out the way. Then we'll go straight to talking about gold and silver attempting some big moves. Okay, and we'll give a quick shout out to everyone watching. Now, 670 subscribers now. So welcome to all the new subscribers overnight. And of course, welcome to everyone watching from all around the world, including Wall Street Silver, Silver DJing Club, the Gold and Silver Stackers Australia Forum, and just my regular people who found me in other ways. You may have found me because you recognize my face and my voice from Bullion Now's YouTube channel. I started and launched that channel, grew it to like 20,000 subscribers by the time I left. All those epic unboxing videos, all that stuff. That's where you maybe know me. You probably heard my voice on a bunch of voiceover things over, ads and stuff. They're actually still out there at the moment. I worked for Ainslie Bullion for about a year and a half or a year and 10 months or something like that. And I did a bunch of voiceover stuff. So you probably still hear my voice out there in Facebook ad land as well. Because apparently, so I'm hearing, other people said, I heard your voice on an ad the other day. Yeah, well, I'm still around there as well. But this is what I do now, the weekdaily morning show, Good Morning Stackers. Speaking of my stacking friends, my GMS family, GMS, says CT, feel like we might see a pullback tomorrow. Hope to be wrong about silver. We'll get to CT from the Lone Star State in Texas. Jason Ashworth. Morning, Joe. Morning, Jason. For you and me, this is a running gag between you and me now. Jason Ashworth refuses to say GMS. That's okay. Freedom of choice. We love it here. GMS, howdy, US boys, says Pete Repeat. Pete repeats from Australia, though. G'day, mates. G'day, mates. GMS. Well, we know where that's from. That's just slang, mate. Does a different language. Going with English today. Well, good on you, Lance. Mark, Florida. GMS must do a drive-by again. That's okay, mate. No problem, Mark, Florida man. But I feel more confident that Joe's predictions of I didn't say this. You always do that. Predictions of $50 silver and 3,000 gold USD will enable my wife and I to retire. Now, Mark Florida is being very tongue-in-cheek here. As you know, I don't do predictions, and actually I haven't said nothing about 50. I said 3,000 US dollars by the end of 2024. It's doable. It is doable. It is doable. But I didn't say 50. You know I didn't say 50. Ray M, GMS, everyone, home from work. Oh, okay, I managed to catch the live show. Home from work. Great to see you, Ray. The Don says GMS. Knackers O'Reilly, GMS. Tony Pearson. Chat Mum is in the house. In about 1 minute or so, we'll get to the gold, silver, and platinum analysis. Synchronized slurp. You got to do it, Tony. Good morning, chat fam, says Tony. Hit the like. Yes, hit the like now for the algorithm. It helps me get trending and all that kind of good stuff. Thanks, Lance. Finally, a morning I can understand. And Jason says, can't change that tradition now. Well, you've started it. So the day Jason, here we go. Here's a top signal. We talk about euphoria, that euphoric feeling and stuff like that. We talk about what's a top signal? Technical analysis. Here's our top signal, our GMS family top signal for gold and silver. It's the day that Jason Ashworth is so euphoric that he says GMS exclamation point. Sell, 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 sell. That's the new tell for us. Lance, I like to keep everyone on their toes. And hola, Wally Chang. Great to see you, Wally. Good to see you on the show, my friend. Great. Now I'm going to give you, everyone here, I'm going to give a quick little plug for Wally. Wally is putting together a conference. Now, I don't have all the details on me, but of the dates, etc. I've got it on my calendar somewhere. Actually, I do have it on my calendar. Give me a second. I won't share the screen, but I'll tell you the date. At least for the Melbourne one. Let's see. October. On Saturday, November the 30th, this year, Wally right here. Wally is one of my very first clients back in Bullion Now days. Okay, Wally, and as you know, you may have seen Wally jump on the show before. Wally was the very first person ever to purchase unallocated from the Bullion Now unallocated program when it just started. And it's literally, I think it was before the was it even before the website was up, before the Bullion Now website was up, I think? Maybe the website was up, but the unallocated wasn't listed on the website just yet. So Wally came in and, started talking, and, I met him for the first time at Bullion Now. And then was the first one to buy unallocated from Bullion Now. Yes, it is the Fat Fire Conference. So Saturday, November the 30th is the Fat Fire Conference. FIRE stands for Financially Independent Retirement Early, or Retired Early. Now, Wally's taken it an extra step and calling it the Fat Fire Conference. Wally, I reckon you and I should have a chat on this show live, maybe next week, potentially this week, maybe next week. Maybe come on the show and we'll talk about what Fat Fire is all about. It's, again, Saturday, November the 30th. I'm going to be attending for sure, and it's a little bit of a plug for you for that. I'm well worth attending, I think. I don't even get a throb with anything less than 2% moves now. Yeah, that's right. Maybe I need zinc supplements. Exactly right. Yeah, these 2% moves in silver are like, if you've been crypto long enough, you're like, whatever. So anyway, Wally and I, let's do a chat together. Let's go live on my show in the morning, maybe this week, maybe next week, and we'll talk about the Fat Fire Conference. Sound good? But if you just Google search Fat Fire Conference, Saturday, November 30th in Melbourne, you'll find the details. All right, people, let me get rid of that, and let's start talking about, I'll put this on to vibrate. Got to put it on vibrate, people. All right. Gold and silver are attempting big moves. Let's take a look at the prices. Get your chart requests in. If you have any chart requests, let me know right now. Preferably something I haven't looked at, but we'll do gold, silver, and platinum quickly. And we'll look at the gold to silver ratio today as well, because that has gone which is good for silver holders. So I'm going to share the screen right now. Of course, you need to know the show is brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, and Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. You'll hear a little bit more about those at some point today. Let's share the screen, brah. Show the screen, bro. Just show the screen. Here we are, sharing the screen. Gold on the monthly time frame, $2,658 US. We jumped like $30 in the last day. What was it? Where were we yesterday? We were like at 2027 or something, 2,627, 2,630 something, roughly, were we? So what have we been talking about? If you're new to the channel, you've just seen this channel for the first time. Maybe you've just found it on Reddit, for example. This is the mother of all trend lines. Okay, goes all the way back to 1980. Cool. Can you see it? Easy. Peak of 2011, and then we've just hit it again now. Okay, mother of all trend lines. It has been hit. It was going to be hit eventually, because it's been sucking it up like a magnet. Okay, so now we've hit it. Okay, from here, where do we go? It's attempting a big move. So that's why the title of this video is Gold and Silver Attempting Big Moves. We're here. This is, for me, where we start to get into, and as I've said, we're starting to look, we're not peaky yet, we're starting to look peaky, okay? As I said in yesterday's video, I created a controversial video yesterday entitled, "Is Gold Steam Running Out?" And then a bunch of people on Reddit, when I posted it over there, they're like, "It's not running out, it's got so much time to go." I said, and look, I agree, but I said in the short term. Note, short term, okay? It's looking a little peaky, but we do have a bit of room to move. Look, here is gold, again, on the monthly time frame, okay? We're already in extremely overvalued or extremely oversold on the monthly time frame on the relative strength index. That's down here. See my cursor right there. When you do not spend forever in extremely overvalued or extremely overbought, okay? You tend to visit it, and then you will have a peak, and then you will come back down. That tends to signal some kind of peakish. Now, you can spend a number of months in this area, okay? So if you're in a big, huge bull market, you could spend months and months and months in here. So maybe we're at that point. Maybe we're there, okay? Maybe it's going to spend months and months and months and just keep ramping up, and just this extends, and this goes higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. But the point we need to make is we are now in that extremely overbought territory. So this is the point where you've got to go, okay, looking at the weight of evidence, we have hit the mother of all trend lines, okay? And it is a significant area. We're also coming close to this very key Fibonacci area from old highs and old lows. So we're talking, right, Fibonacci from this old high of 1980 and the old lows of the late 90s, early 2000s, okay? From that high and that low has formed these Fibonacci levels. And you can see it was a pretty clear bang on back in 2011, where we hit the 2.618 here at that was at 1,870 US dollars, but we did spike to about 1920 roughly, so a tiny bit on this time scale right here. That's a tiny little blip, so you could call that pretty on the money in terms of hitting that Fibonacci right there. Now, does Fibonacci all work all the time? No. Okay, is it perfect? No. If it was perfect, we'd all be gajillionaires and all that. I more look at the relative strength index, but I just want you to see the areas of confluence that we're at, okay? Areas of confluence that we're at, okay? Mother of all trend lines hit. We're coming up to another key Fibonacci level. We're also coming up to the psychological value too, all right? So that Fibonacci level is right here at 2,875 US dollars. And then a bit above there, you've got the psychological value, which it probably might be, 3,000. We like those even numbers, right? So 3,000 US dollars. That's why for me, because we are already in extremely overvalued for gold at the moment on the monthly time frame, on the monthly though, okay? It's starting to look that peaky kind of area again on the shorter term. So a retrace is coming. Of course it is. You know it. Why? Because it always does. A retrace is coming, okay? It just depends on when. For me, as I've said, anywhere from now, literally anywhere from now, at the mother of all trend lines or from up here. So I know it's a decent range, but when you look at it on a percentage basis, it's from anywhere from here to about 13%, 12.5%, okay? That's where I think we'll start to probably have okay, we've gone far enough for this period of time, okay? Now, many people disagree, and that's okay. People are suggesting, well, we're going to go into a US currency default really soon. Okay, that might be the case. We're going to, World War III is going to start. Yeah, okay, that could be the case, but we don't know exactly. The US will default on its debt, no doubt. I have no doubt about that pretty much. It's just a question of when. Okay, so it could happen here, could happen in the next 6 months, it could happen in a year's time. You just don't know. They can certainly keep kicking the can down the road. But from a technical perspective, it's just looking a little peaky. Okay, but I think there is room to move, as I did say in the Gold and Silver Stackers Australia forum post. An 8 to 13% higher move from here, it wouldn't be surprising, okay? So you do have that room to move, but just from here now, from this mother of all trend lines, anywhere up to here, from even retracing from here, it's not surprising, okay? So if we did, for example, and I'm not saying this is happening, but for example, if we did around this area, if we don't get up to say 2875 to 3,000 and we start forming a peak around here, and then we fail to hold the mother of all trend lines on the above it, right? And then we just come down, a retrace all the way back down to say my best buy zone, for example. My best buy zone is anywhere between 2,250 to 2,150. A retrace back down to at least the top end of my best buy zone, it's not surprising, okay? And it's particularly not surprising for you and me, the longer term stackers who have been in it for, I've been stacking for 14, 15 years. Okay, so you just see the price go up, you see the price go down. That's just what happens. For newer stackers, for newbies in the market who are just maybe learning about the power of precious metals right now, and maybe they got in just a couple of months ago, okay, maybe they're not as, well, they haven't had the history to see, you know, price goes up, price goes down. So maybe that would be surprising to them. But for someone like me and you, the longer term stackers, right, that's not surprising, and I wouldn't be surprised, okay? So that's why I'm just saying, just be cautious from around about now. Now, could I be completely wrong and we just sail through in the next whole bunch of months, in the next 4 quarters, the next entire year is just up, 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 and there's not even a retrace at all? Yeah, of course that can happen. But on balance of probability, I'm just watching anywhere up to about that 3,000 mark. It's getting peaky, okay? And again, on the short term, on the longer term, the short term is kind of like your 6-month window, roughly, on the shorter term. Your longer term, your years to come, mate. We're going, you know, great guns. Gold is in, you know, bull market territory for years and years to come. You know, we're talking, you know, 10,000 plus US dollars. Okay, what's the price of a loaf of bread at that time? Well, that remains to be seen. But you know, in fiat dollar currency, yeah, it's going there eventually, absolutely. But in the shorter term, just that little peakiness right now. We're already extremely overvalued on the quarterly time frame. Okay, on the yearly, I mean, certainly nowhere near it on the yearly. But let me just show you there. So on the yearly time frame, well, actually, we are already an extremely overvalued, overbought on the yearly time frame as well. But you've got a lot of room to move on the yearly time frame before you look extra peaky. Okay, so you've got, you know, your 5,000, your this kind of area easy, right? And in you know, the 5-10 years time. Okay. And if something, you know, something happens within the world, which we really think it will, that would easily, you know, push it even higher to your 10,000, you know, even higher than that. Okay, but that's just my way of saying, guys, don't panic, and you know, don't assume that I'm saying, because I'm not, that it's done here. It's not done here forever. But if we have a retrace from around about here, again, not surprising. So that's really it. What would we want to see? If we don't want to see this happen, what we want to see is the following, okay? So if it's not going to retrace, what you would see is something like this from anywhere from now-ish. So it could be that and that, okay? You'd want to, that would be, you know, that would be good. On the longer term, though, you would want to see, go away. You would want to see something like this. This is the weekly time frame, but we'll just pretend this is the monthly, right? Let's say something like that. And then what you want to see is the bounce off, and then clear through there, and then whoo, that is looking really, really good to go even higher. Okay, so those would be the bullish scenarios. But just watch this $2,075 to $3,000 mark. Okay, and watch the best buy zone at 2250 to 2150, and we're just in a kind of like let's see area for gold. So that's my sort of longerish term gold thing. We're getting peaky, okay? That was the very long-winded way of saying we're getting peaky, but I had to explain my reasons why. And again, it's only on the shorter term. Cool. And of course, look, another scenario could be, just so you're aware, the other scenario could be that we rocket up to this $3,000 area, for example, or anywhere in this yellow box right here, and then that is then the retrace, and this would be the most perfect scenario, right? That's the retrace, okay? So we're looking peaky, but maybe it peaks out around about here, okay? And then that's the retrace, and then this would be the most goddamn bullish setup ever, right? Where you don't spend any time back under here, and that bounces from there. That is the golden scenario that we want, okay? That would be perfect for you, for me, for everyone. Hey, let's peak out there. Let's have that retrace because we need it, but let's find that support right there. That'll be, you know, your 2,700-ish kind of area, and then onwards and upwards. That is good news, okay? I'm not saying that's happening, but that would be the kind of the best scenario that we would all want, okay? That is gold. Okay, let's take a look at silver. Haha. Okay, silver. On the weekly. Let's take it out to the monthly. I'll have to show you the monthly. Hit the big red subscribe button to join the family, because the GMS family, because what you get is every single weekday morning you get live gold, silver, platinum analysis. We take a look at some other stuff, and we do live interviews as well. I will be speaking to eventually Yankee Stacking, that big YouTube guy. He jumped on my channel, on my tiny little channel, jumped on my channel a couple of weeks ago, said hello to everyone. Then I jumped on his channel, on his live stream, and then, said hello to everyone there. And then I said, how about a collab? I said, yeah, cool. So me and Yankee Stacking will be chatting on my channel sometime soon. So hit the big red subscribe button to get that conversation coming eventually. Might be in a week, might be 2 weeks, might be tomorrow. Who knows? And of course, I'll be doing much more, live interviews and things with other people too. So silver, on the monthly time frame, we're back above $31. Where is my little final horizontal thing there? Give me a sec. Where is that? There you go. It's my final hurdle, close on the monthly. I am sticking with that for now. I'm going to tell you now that my head is getting a little, my mind is starting to change on something. And I have to base it on some weight of evidence. But anyway, I'll leave it there for now. Final hurdle, close on the monthly. To suggest that we are 100% in a bull market. I'm still there, okay? I know we're 99% in a new silver bull market, okay? Since breaking $26 and since closing multiple months above it, told me, okay, 99% there. When we had the lows down in here, and this was a quick spike above, that was looking really positive. Many people here would have said, oh, we're in a full bull now. That would have been very easy to say, okay? But you needed to wait for confirmation of breakouts. We broke out of 26 right there, and we held multiple months, not just 1 month, like we've done a couple of times here, and then break back down. We held multiple months above 26 USD, a very key level. And that said to me, 99% we're in a bull market. What makes it 100% for me, barring black swan events and market manipulation, all that kind of jazz, is if we close any month above $31. So we've been flirting with it. We closed last week just above it, and that was looking positive, but then we went back down, but we're back up. So we've got 6 days roughly, or 5-6 days until the end of the month, the trading month. That is, so long as if we remain around about here-ish, this $32, $31.50, $31.20 kind of area, as long as we close above the $31 area, not at, but above, then I'm going to say 100%, man, 100% now, and then higher prices will be coming, okay? And for the moment, I want you to look at the middle of this purple box. So I've drawn in a purple box range, and that's between 37 to 40 US dollars. Okay, that's where I think we realistically top out at. So no higher than, for me personally, no higher than between 37 to 40. So we'll call it no higher than $40 US dollars in 2024. Okay, so there's your horizontal line right there. There's 2024, no higher than then. I'll stick with that. Could I be wrong? Yeah. Could it sail to the all-time high? Yeah, probably not though. In 2024, 2025, looking great. But I really want you to look at this key Fibonacci right here, $38.50 US cents. Why is that? Again, key Fibonacci from old highs and old lows. We're talking about the old highs. If I get my head out the way, can you see it? Yes, you can. It's just above my head right there. The old highs of 1980, 1979, 1980, and the old lows of the early 90s. So $50 in that, $48.50 in that 1980 level, and the old lows of $3.50. Can you imagine in the early 90s buying silver at $3.50 per ounce? Ugh. Right? I was just a kid in high school. Can you imagine? You learn about the power of precious metals in high school, and you go, all right, cool, I'm in, man. You just, like, you do your weekend job, and then you put all your money in silver. Back then, oh God, hindsight's 2020, isn't it? But the old highs and the old lows, and it's a very key Fibonacci. Now, this is why my subscribers will now understand why I just said before, I'm rethinking something. Why? So $38.50 right here is the 0.786 Fibonacci level from this old high and this old low. So it's a very key level right there. So key fib of $38.50. Watch out for that. If we close, this month or whatever month above 31 US dollars, again, above, not just at, above, that move to about that 38.50 would be the next clear major level that we would need to hold over and remain as support in order to say, this isn't a dead cat bounce and that we, onwards and upwards from here. I will stick with 31 for now because it has been such a key Fibonacci level as well. It's the 0.618 from that old high and that old low. But you just also want to watch out for the 0.786, as I have shown you multiple times in the last few months, where, on other stocks as well, on, when we've done chart requests, I've gone, just watch out for that 0.786 level. And then lo and behold, it doesn't go over the 0.786 level and then it has a dump. Okay. So just got to be aware of that. But I will stick with the final hurdle for now of 31 US dollars, but just really watch that $38.50 level. Okay. But again, I've had that sort of range drawn in $37 to $40. That's the top for me in 2024. But silver's looking really positive while we're above $31. Let's just close out the month above it, please. Please and thank you. Let's not have another fake out. It's looking really good. That's a big move from yesterday. So we were under, so we're at $30.60 and then a move to like 32 something. Like, that's really good move. Okay, so it's very healthy. Let's now remain above it. Let's not fake out and close the month below. That would be very annoying. Okay, so looking positive for silver at the moment. So that is silver making its attempt at its big move. Its big move that it's attempting is to remain above 31 US dollars. And gold's big move attempt is to remain above the mother of all trend lines. Okay, so that's gold and silver. Let's take a look at platinum. Again, get a chart request in. Any chart requests, I'll take a quick live look at something new. It could be a stock, it could be a crypto, it could be an indices, whatever. Just let me know. Post a comment below. Let's see, platinum. Okay. Platinum's getting me excited again. So yesterday it dipped, and a couple of days ago it dipped right down to, what do you know, that support level, that trend line right there, bang on the money. We dipped back into the depressed zone, anything below the 2008 trend line. This trend line goes all the way back to 2008, the thicker yellow line there. Anything below there and I'm depressed for platinum. Anything above there and I'm getting cautiously excited. So this is a great test of that support, a breakout, and then the retest. Oftentimes when you have a significant downtrend line and you break out of it, you tend to have a retest. That retest has held and a very fast move back above the 2008 trend line. That's looking good, I gotta say. So I am now back to, I know I can flip like that with platinum. Again, it is a fickle mistress. So Lucy has once again set up the ball and she said to me, I promise, Charlie, this time I won't pull it out from under you. Okay? I will remain cautiously optimistic in this area. As you know, breaking above this trend line right here at about 1,015 US dollars, I'm getting excited for platinum, and closing any month above my final hurdle, 1,115, full bull, go for platinum. Okay? So I'm in the not doing anything with platinum area. I'm not buying platinum. I'm not selling platinum. Okay, I own some platinum. I'm not buying or selling while we're in this area here. While we're right between $900 and 1,115, I'm sitting on my hands, not doing anything. We get above there, I think I'm going to get myself some more platinum. If we, for some reason, if we go back down into the belly of the best buy zone, I'm getting myself some more platinum, but I'm just sitting on my hands right now. But we got to watch the price, right? So cautiously optimistic for platinum right now. Got to remain above the 2008 trend line. That's really it, and got to break above there, and I'll get excited. That's it for platinum. I know platinum's usually always pretty quick. I'll quickly look. Platinum. Let me just quickly show you the platinum to gold ratio on the monthly time frame. Okay, here's platinum to gold, and we are Again, historically low. Platinum is at historic lows against gold and against silver as well. It's got room to move down though, okay? But just bear in mind it's at historic lows against gold and silver. Cool. Let's take a quick look at the gold to silver ratio. Okay, that's my international audio for tanking, man. It is still tanking on the monthly time frame. We have been flirting with the no man's land area, the any metals game area. After we had this failed attempt to hold twice above this area here, anywhere above this downtrend line right here says it's gold's time, or it's gold will continue to outperform silver. Anywhere in this area, it's any metals game. Anywhere down here, it's silver is in control. And just so you know, let me just do that. If when we start closing below this trend line, closing days below this trend line, and in particular, I would say here, let me get out of the way so you can see that out of my head, right there, 80.6, 80.5 roughly. You close below this purple box, go time for silver. It will continue its downtrend. It's already on a downtrend, right? So as this is going down, silver is outperforming gold, and it's got some room to move, baby. Okay, so cautiously optimistic for the gold to silver ratio to continue to head down. You don't want to find, this is the funny thing, you don't want to find support here. You want it to, if you're a silver holder and you want to up your gold ounces, right? If you're a gold holder and you only hold gold, well, okay, this isn't for you, all right? If you're a silver holder, this is for us silver bulls, right? You want this to go tank, and all the way down. Close below there. That's looking really good for a continuation of this trend line, and that we head all the way down to, eventually we will, to some kind of silver is really overvalued. So when you're down in this area, silver is overvalued against gold. And you do go through periods of going overvalued versus undervalued, etc. Okay? But we're moving down, and this would signal, a move down to probably, bare minimum, that 70 level would be looking good. If we look on the weekly time frame, you've got a lot of room to move down on the gold to silver ratio on the weekly, and of course on the monthly, a hell of a lot of room to move down on the monthly time frame. And on the monthly, we're talking, down to that kind of 50 level right there. Good. Imagine buying silver here and swapping your silver at around about, the 80 level where it is now, give or take. And imagine swapping it for gold at around about your 50 level. That's a decent move, okay? That's getting more gold in your hands than, at a 50 level than if you had just been buying gold now. But again, imagine playing the gold to silver ratio on the longer term time frame. Did you buy silver up here at 1 to 125? And imagine you're waiting until it goes down to 50 or 40 or 30. You are creaming it in terms of you're upping your gold ounces, right? Without really outlaying extra cash. There's a little bit of fees here and there, right? When you're doing your physical swaps. But hey, good luck to you if you did it up here. But gold to silver ratio for the moment looking positive. We just need to sail below and close the month, preferably a month below this area of 80.5 roughly, and then that's looking very positive for a move down further. Gold to silver ratio. Gold, silver, platinum, did that one. Out of interest, I will show you for my Aussie subscribers, I'm going to show you we are testing the USD level. Okay. Looks like the Aussie dollar seems to be continuing to strengthen against the US dollar. Why is that important? Why do we need to know it? Because just for the US subscribers, if you're in the US, well, you just use the US spot price. But us foreigners, us Aussies and everywhere else in the world, we float against the USD, so we have to have that second factor. So it's like, well, what's the yen doing against the US dollar? What's the Aussie dollar? What's the this, that, and the other? Okay, what's the euro doing again, depending on where you are in the world? So we need to check that too. Looks like it's continuing to strengthen. We're not above this major trend line here, so could we find some resistance here and then we head back down? Yeah, quite possibly, but at the moment, it's continuing to strengthen against the USD, which technically is not what you want as a stacker, because you want to see, again, depends what else is going on within the world, right? It's, yin-yang kind of thing. But as just a pure stacking mentality, you want to see your foreign currency weaken against the US dollar. That means that the dollar value of your gold and silver holdings are actually going up further. Does that make sense? But, as long as gold and silver continue to trend up, we're doing all right, okay? The ultimate scenario that you wouldn't want to see is gold and silver going down in USD price, and then also your foreign currency strengthening against the USD. That means your gold holdings in your foreign currency is going blah, 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 okay? You don't want to see that. That's out of interest. That's what's happening with the AUD-USD pair. Getting close to a breakout, but we're not there yet, okay? Yes, of course. Before we get to the chart request, get your chart request in now. We'll do a quick one, I think, if we have time. Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. My preferred physical bullion dealer. Their special of the week is out. So if you go to perthbullion.com.au, go into the top right-hand corner, go into their search bar, type in the word special, and then you'll see what their special of the week is. There's a couple of other things that come up because it has the word special in the description, but you look for the one that says weekly special, and that happens to be right here on the left-hand side. The 1 ounce Asahi Buffalo Round is Perth Bullion Exchange's weekly special. Get $1 off per round. And that's excellent if you're buying multiples. It's also good if you're just buying one or two, save a couple of bucks. But here's the thing. Perth Bullion Exchange, the only company in Australia. This will freak the rest of the world out, particularly the US. They'll go, what the hell are you talking about? Perth Bullion Exchange is the only dealer in Australia that offers free shipping when you buy over any amount. Okay, no other bullion dealer in Australia goes, oh, you buy $500 worth or buy 20 ounces worth and you get free shipping. No other company did it. Perth Bullion Exchange is the first one. They launched their business in May, doing absolute great guns, and so you even get the extra discount. Here's the thing, right? So Perth Bullion Exchange have taken $1 off per ounce, $1 Australian off per ounce, as just the weekly special, and that runs all week, okay? Then, if you buy 20, you get the extra discount, so you get an extra $1 off. No, sorry, extra 50 cents off, I should say. So you get an extra 50 cents off if you buy 20. And then, if you buy 20, that automatically qualifies you for free shipping. So you're not even paying shipping, okay? Free shipping, Australia-wide, fully insured, fully tracked, and sign-on delivery. That's why I always leave these little bits of gaps of silence, because it's like, why wouldn't you buy from Perth Bullion Exchange versus any other bullion dealer? Because I've got to say, when you do the price comparisons, and there's a great YouTuber, so it has around about 500 something subscribers, called Hookup. I think it's called Hookup. Is the YouTube, and what he does every Saturday is he's got this kind of Eastern European kind of accent. Seems like a lovely guy. He does a weekly price comparison, and so he'll look at a few different things every time, and a lot of the time now, Perth Bullion Exchange is either number 1 or number 2 on the list for the cheapest for that week, right? So they're already doing really great guns in terms of their pricing, keeping them very competitive, and then you get the volume discounts, and you also get free shipping. Like, why would you not at least be a customer of Perth Bullion Exchange? Like, if you don't have an account with them, go to perthbullion.com.au, at least sign up for an account and just browse the website. They've got awesome stuff, lots of stuff that you can't get everywhere else as well. They've got the staples, but they've also got like cool Scottsdale products and Beskar bars and this and that and the other, just stuff you can't get anywhere else too. So you got to be you got to join. You got to have an account with Perth Bullion Exchange. Speaking of signing up for accounts with websites, go to wealthstack.com, because if you're the type of person that likes and appreciates unallocated gold programs, unallocated just means the specific bar is not with your name on that specific, like that actual physical bar. It's an unallocated gold program, meaning you're buying real physical gold, which is held for you under your name, and it happens to be held by one of the largest gold vaulting facilities in the world. They are LBMA registered, but it's a cheaper way for you to own gold without having to store it in your own home. There are no storage fees. Okay, so go to wealthstack.com and find out more about it. At least look it up, because what they do is they have the convenience of owning gold through the website or through the phone app. Okay, just download it on iPhone or Android. And here's the deal, right? This is the cool thing. You're only paying spot plus 1%. spot plus 1% to buy a tiny bit of gold or $1 million worth of gold. You buy $1 million worth of gold, spot plus 1%. You buy $10 worth of gold, spot plus 1%. They don't jack up the premiums because you're only buying a tiny amount. Okay, the premium stays the same. Okay, spot plus 1%. And then when you come to sell, you can, well, later on down the track, what will happen is you will be able to, not yet, they're a brand new company. They wanted to reach out to stackers first to gain your trust. So that's why they've come through me. They found me, and I was very happy to bring them on board as a brand partner because I really like what they're doing. They're an Australian-backed company, okay? It was fully Australian regulated, all that, okay? And what you will be able to do soon, you'll be able to redeem for physical gold. You'll get a debit card as well. You can just pay for stuff with your gold and your silver, etc. Silver will be coming. So at the moment, they're just doing gold, spot plus 1%, buy a minimum of $10 worth of gold, spot plus 1%. Okay, so all I'll ask you to do is go to wealthstack.com, click on either the How It Works section or go down to the bottom of the homepage, and you'll see down the very bottom left, you can't even see it there, but just below there, there's a frequently asked questions little link. And then read the frequently asked questions about, what's coming, the physical redemptions, the debit cards, the fees, etc., all that. But if you want to sell gold, sell your WealthStack gold back to them, it's spot minus 0.5%. It's so good. It's almost at spot minus 0.5%. And buying at spot plus 1%, the spreads are very, very good. Okay, with the convenience of the phone app, etc. And you can transfer your WealthStack gold between WealthStack accounts, so you can pay someone in WealthStack gold, and it's 100% fully backed by real physical metal. So check out wealthstack.com. And we're back. Let's see. What's the couple of questions? So let's go through the questions. Maybe we might not have time. We might not have time for a request. We might have to go through all the questions. Okay, let's just see. But Pete Repeat says LSX Lion Management Group. They are at the Gold Conference in Sydney. Okay, if I get about 10 minutes, I'll do so. Silver is at $46.72 Australian dollars at the moment. That's right. Lance says it's interesting that the stock market, PMs, and other markets are starting to sink back into normality, meaning something is coming. Things lining up VIX-wise, the VIX being the Fear and Volatility Index. Technicals on S&P, yes, NASDAQ, oil, etc. Something's coming. Yes, it is. Something is coming. I do agree with that. Possing down in Melbourne. Oh, right. Yes, it is. The weather is, yeah. Replace that vowel with the one next to it on the keyboard. Yes. That's right. It is. It is raining at the moment. Yes, very much so. Daz Stone says, I remember my dad paying $100 to $120 per silver kilo when I was a kid. Hindsight's 2020. Wow, Daz. Yeah, absolutely. Sitting on a silver mine, Daz. That's right. Yes, Pete. I remember playing with it and just loving the feel of it. The feeling never left me. Yeah. Once you get your kids into holding the real, like my 6-year-old already is like, there's silver coins in this thing, right? Got to teach him early. Keep him in the good books. Yes, that's right. Daz says we were best mates on foot. I'm sorry that he passed away in 2012. And he's watching the silver bull run from above. Such a champion. Man, dads are the best, aren't they? I was late to the party, Daz, but try to do the same for my kids. Yeah, I'm an older dad. I'm definitely, trying to do the same thing. Let's see. Nakazara says, what's the tax they charge in the cart section? I think you've asked this before. I think you're talking about Perth Bullion Exchange. I'll double check that. I don't think that actually comes up. Perth Bullion Exchange's website's obviously pretty new. They launched it in May. There might be still a couple of buggy things, so I'm not sure if that's a tax that actually comes up. But if it's in the cart section and it's shipping, so if you don't have enough in your shopping cart to warrant free shipping, and you only need 20 or more items of anything to warrant free shipping, but if it does come up with a shipping charge, then the tax will be probably the GST on the shipping amount is probably what that is, because you do have GST on shipping because it's a service. So there's a 10% GST. So that could be what it is, unless you're saying it's something different. Ray M says, I buy all my bullion from there, being Perth Bullion Exchange now, and Ricky is always up for a chat. It's great. Awesome. Let's see. Ray says, yes, you live in Mandurah. I was in Mandurah just a few months ago. I did a gig in Mandurah. Great place. Nakazara says, that's great to feel face-to-face with them like the BN crew. Yes, that's right. They are really great people at Perth Bullion Exchange. I absolutely agree. It's about $2. Oh, so that tax is about $2, which seems about right. That seems to be the $2 shipping GST, because shipping's around about $20-something, roughly Australia-wide. If you don't qualify for free shipping, which you can do really easily by just having 20 or more on your shopping cart, there you go. Tony says as well, it's GST on the free shipping. Not on free shipping, it's not GST, it's GST on shipping, not on free shipping. If it's free shipping, there's no GST, but it's the GST on shipping because you haven't had enough in your shopping cart to qualify for free shipping. But again, this is like an extended plug for Perth Bullion Exchange, but they're doing really well. Again, you don't have to have 20 of one item to get free shipping. It's 20 of any items, a mix and match. A little bit of gold, bit of silver, bit of this, different sizes. As long as it's 20 items, whatever the size item, whatever the price of the item, instant free shipping, 20 or more. It's mental. Okay, it's mental. Let's see, really quickly. Okay, I think I've got time for a quick chart request. And you did get in there, Pete. Okay. Chart request really quickly. We're going to take a look at LSX Lion Management Group. They were at the Gold Conference in Sydney. Cool. Let's take a quick look at LSX. I'm going to do this maybe the 5-minute, 10-minute version of this. As you know, I love doing live looks. So I'm just going to get this up. I'll share the screen so you can see that. Okay, let's share the screen. Let's do LSX. And we're going to change it just to LSX. LXS? LSX. It was LSX. LSX. I'm going to have to do this on stocks. Let me go back and check that. Sorry, it was... Yeah, LSX, Lion Management Group. LSX. All right, let's go back. Not logos. LSX. LS. Jeez, Joe. S. There we go. Lion Management Group. I'll have to do all. Lion Selection Group. Okay, so I'm going to assume it's that. Let's go with Lion Selection Group. It's not going to be Lion Management Group. So that it is. Well, that's going to be the one. Okay, Lion Selection Group. Let's take a look at LSX on the ASX, meaning the Australian Stock Exchange. Okay, here's LSX. They were at the Sydney Gold Conference. Fantastic. And they are at 49.5 Australian cents. Okay, quick bit of Fibonacci, here's what I do. I do live looks. I love doing this. I do trend lines, horizontal lines of support and resistance, some Fibonacci, and I look at the relative strength index, which is down here, to see what the health of it is. Okay, now it's going to be some kind of mining stock, obviously. So a lot of people believe that mining stocks are going to do very well. They traditionally haven't been doing really well at all in relation to the physical metal, in relation to spot. But at some point, mining stocks do have their time in the sun again in relation to precious metal physical, right? So a lot of the time, for a brief period of time, it's better to be in mining stocks rather than the physical metal because it's outperforming that one. Okay, but let's just take a look. Okay, support and resistance. Okay, very clearly you can see, well, that's an obvious one right about there-ish. Shall we call it there or shall we call it there? Let's see, that's where, so this goes back to, it goes back to the peak. It goes right back, not the peak of the bull market, that's a couple of years earlier. It goes back to March, roughly, of 2013. That's, though, when we had, out of interest, in April of 2013 is when we had the big dump under 26 US dollars. Okay, that was the big line in the sand that we thought we would never go under again, and then it did, and then silver went bloop, 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 bloop. Okay, and gold went down too. Sorry, I'm rambling here. So let's take it. Yeah, I'm going to say, call it there. Let's call it there at about 52. That's close enough for Jazz. All right, around about there is your first kind of major level where you would want to break out. You break out of there, and it's looking really good. But we'll do some others. Let's see. here-ish, about there, looks about right. Let's call that about 30 Australian cents. Call it about that. That's about right, maybe. And obviously that low there, don't worry about that. And you could probably say, oh no, I'll put that there too. Okay, you can really see that there. My apologies. Yeah, around about there at that 46 level. Okay. All right, so here's your main horizontal lines of resistance. Okay, so we're back above this 46 Australian cent mark. That's positive. Okay, let me do some Fibonacci and I'll see if these horizontal lines find any confluence with the Fibonacci. So let's take it from the high and the low. Not really, I'll get rid of those. Okay, do we find any? Okay, well, you can easily see right there. There's that 50 mark right there. Sorry, the 0.618. So that's 50 cents, that 0.618 right there from this old high and this old low is the 0.618. So that's at your 50 cent mark. So really what I should be doing, and I will do that instead, I will use the Fibonacci as probably the better horizontal line. So ignore those horizontal lines, and I'm going to say right here is your 0.618 is what you would really want to be climbing over and holding over as support, and remaining as support. So I'm going to say there, so it's a psychological 50 cent mark. Okay, climb over there and start holding above 50 cents, and then you're looking positive for a higher move coming. Let's see. No, we'll leave it at that. So 50 cents. That's going to be probably your line in the sand for the moment. Okay. Your big one, although, is also going to be at 60. It's right on 50 and 60 cents. Okay. So right here, that would be the confirmation. Okay. So I would be, what we're going to do is this. I'm going to type in getting excited. Right. Getting excited above 50 cents. Full confirmation, full bull. Full bull? I won't play full bull. I'll say final hurdle. There we go. Final hurdle like other ones. So final hurdle monthly. Just like my others. Monthly right there. Only got a few more minutes to go. Won't be long. So that's pretty much it for me. That is what I would need to see in order for me to be confident to want to take a position in LSX, Lion Selection Group, on the Australian Stock Exchange. Getting excited here. One might, if you're the not as cautious type, if you're a bit more of a risk taker, you would consider, once we start closing, and I mean closing, okay, not spiking above, not spiking above on the monthly, closing months above 50 cents, okay? You start closing above 50 and I'll start getting excited, okay? But you have to be aware that we've done that a few times before, okay? Isn't this interesting? We've spiked above, we've closed above 50 cents and then bang. We closed above 50 cents, bang. Failed to close above 50 cents, fast move, okay? Failed move, fast move, failed move, fast move, failed move, fast move. We're heading there again. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth time's a charm. Okay, the more you do it, the more likely you are to take it and remain above it. And that's why I do keep saying, and I will keep saying, for me, the 0.786 is more the key level for me from significant highs and significant lows on the Fibonacci. Okay, that's why for me, we could get back above here. What's that doing? We could get back above that 50 cent level in Australian cents, and it could still fake you out. Okay. Now the opposite end of that, or the other side of the coin for that, is we are trending up on the relative strength index on the monthly time frame, so that's looking good, right? Okay, but we were trending up here, right? We were trending up here, and it failed. Okay, so that's why for me, final hurdle is at the 60 cent mark. So if you feel like you can wait 10 cents, and I would start waiting until we close above, not at, above 60 Australian cents. So 61, 62, you close a month, not spike, close. And I know it's going to seem so obvious here, right? It seems obvious. Like it probably seemed obvious to people Now, obviously, it's, down here, you would have wanted to be buying in 2015. Okay, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Okay, but to confirm a brand new multi-month, at least, bull run, okay, and breaking the previous all-time high, you've got to close above that 0.786 of 60 Australian cents. That's for me, again, because this can fake you out, okay? Everyone thinks, it's the 0.786, the 0.618. It's the 0.618, the 0.618. Nope, a lot of the time it's the 0.786. That's all I'm going to say. In terms of higher targets, we will use this high and this low as the higher targets, most definitely. So the three major levels I would look at, okay, doesn't mean we're getting there, okay, but the three major levels are right here, okay? So $1.10, $1.70, call it, $1.68, $1.70, and $2.60 roughly. Those are your three major levels I would watch out for. That's a big range, I know, but most likely you don't normally stop at a 1.618. You tend to head to the 2.618. So I'm more likely to say, if we go in through a massive mining stock boom for a period of time, it's more likely that you find it here at $1.70 than you do at $1.10. But look, again, I tell you what, if you decide and you want to buy here, if you're a risk taker and you buy here, or if you've bought down here, okay, post a comment below. Have you bought LSX and what price did you get in at? Don't give it away if it's personal information, okay, if you don't want to do that. But imagine you buy here at confirmation above 60, right? And you buy around 61, 62 cents, and it gets to $1.10. You've almost doubled your money. Okay, why would you not take a little bit off the table? Okay, and as we say, sell half on double. If it gets above here and you've doubled your money, sell half of it on double and recoup your initial investment. Cool, got it? Got it good, and trend lines. And then we'll get out of here because I've got stuff to do. Yeah, I don't like that. No. Yeah, okay. You can see that one, that's a bit of a trend line going. So that could coincide with that 0.786 level right there. So back above this trend line, looking good. On this way, let's see. Well, that's obviously broken. That's good. That was obviously broken. Okay. So you're getting a big shot of my forehead, but there we go. I'll do it that way. Right there. Okay, so there's your trend line. Ish. Can we call it that? Do you want to call it that? About there? Or do you want to call it there? No, let's call it there. Let's go through that because it was a failure to hold. So there we go. There's your trend line. That does coincide with the 0.618, but again, you can get faked out here. Okay, so I like the point. Staying very conservative and staying, not taking a lot of risk. Okay, personally, I'd be waiting until above 60. You can do it here if you want. That's be a good confirmation. It's getting excited. Break above there, hold as support, and then onwards and upwards. You could say, if we do this, right? If we did, for example, and I'm not saying to do this, but if we did the following, again, this is on the monthly time frame, so it would take a number of months to play out. If we played out, this again, the monthly time frame, if we come up to here, then you come back, and then it looks like it could be, it's another one of those fake outs. But then you find support here, and then you break back above here, go. Okay, so that would be the only time I would say, you may not need to wait for this area here, because if you break out, retest, and then break it back above there, then you're probably pretty much confirmed to have, this kind of thing going on. Cool. That's it. Yep, that's it for LSX. I love it when people give me new stocks to look at, new looks, because I'm going to put my little blue mark on there, and that's one I'm going to look out for. And out of interest, I'm going to do right there. I'm going to go like this. No, what I'm going to do is this, about there. Give me 1 second. Go away. I don't want that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do an alert. Don't worry, I'll do it later. I'm going to set an alert for above 60 Australian cents. So that is LSX. Final comments and we'll get out of here because I've got stuff to do. I really got to go. So thanks for that, Pete Repeat. Much appreciated, my friend. Final comments, and let's get out. Let's see. Maybe some more clarity on it. So, yeah, look, I'll get Ricky to clarify what the tax is on the shopping cart. It's probably going to be the tax on the shipping because you haven't qualified for free shipping, so it'll just be the tax. We'll get someone. I'll get Ricky to quantify that for you. To think, oh, sorry, Joe. Sorry, Joe, for what? Yeah, Ray says it's the tax on the shipping if you don't qualify for the free shipping. That's what it's going to be. But we'll get Ricky. Maybe, but it needs a footnote next to it. Maybe it does. You're right. Maybe it does. So maybe it needs a little GST thing on it, something like that. Yeah, maybe it does. I mean, for Australians, we get that. We sort of automatically get that little tax is going to be the GST when you work out, oh, that's 10% of that. But yeah, sure, a little GST thing on there would be a good idea. Got to go, guys. Great live and great stuff, Joe. Welcome, no problem. Pete Repeat says, thanks, Joe. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. I think that's my cue and that's your cue to get the hell out of here, people. You've got stuff to do with your day, but you love spending time with me and the GMS family. Hit the big red subscribe button too. Join said family. You get a warm and funny feeling when you do. 670 subscribers, can't be wrong. You have joined, or you will be about to join, the winning team. Ladies and gentlemen, let's dance it out. That's been...
Good morning, Stack. Oh, yeah, we're feeling fine.
It's so funky.
Good morning, Stack. It's podcast time.
Okay. Grab
a tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove.
And let's do the...
Synchronized slurp. Now we're on the
In
move.
3, 2, 1. Slurp it.
Good morning, Stack. Oh, yeah, we're
Woo! Thanks very much, guys. See you tomorrow. Could be an interview, could be whatever. We'll just do all the usual fun stuff here at Good Morning Stackers. Stay safe, stay informed, keep stacking. See you tomorrow.